What's poppin', people? My name is Duckhead, and today I kind of wanted to discuss how I think that Dead by Daylight is still not killer-sided. I saw that like when a new update dropped, there's an update that shook up the meta or whatever. It got Decisive Strike changed and Borrowed Time and Ruin changed and Pop changed and all of these meta perks changed. When that update dropped and the killers got buffed, people started claiming that this game was killer-sided. Not just the fucking patch, but the game itself was killer-sided. And I reject this. I resent this claim because this game is definitely still 100% absolutely fucking survivor-sided. And I'm not saying that's a problem, but I'm just saying this game is very painful. Still very painful for lower tier killers. I'm kind of making this video because I've been playing Michael Myers a lot lately. I've been playing him a lot. I'm trying to get him up to P9, which is, by the way, you have to unlock bloody cosmetics by getting your killer to Prestige 9. That's fucking ridiculous. I really wish they would bring that back down to P3. But anyway, not the topic of this video. I've been playing Michael Myers, and I've been getting absolutely obliterated in fucking pub matches. Absolutely annihilated. Because like I said, my fucking MMR is very, very high. It's very high. It's extremely high. So you essentially have these killers that have had slight buffs. Admittedly, they have had slight buffs. Your attack cooldown is lower. It takes 10 seconds longer to do gens, base gen speed. But you've had these killers who rely on the gen slowdown, because remember the gen slowdown killers used to rely on. They used to rely on things like Pop. They used to rely on Ruin, Undying Ruin combo, things of that nature. But then you go and nerf these perks, like Pop goes Weasel in Ruin. You nerf Scorch Pain Resonance. You nerf Thanatophobia because Plague and Legion were exploiting, and I put that in quotation marks, exploiting it. So the killers who actually needed Thanatophobia, now they can't get it anymore. You nerf all these things, and these lower tier killers have nothing. You nerf Corrupt Intervention to where the Corrupt Intervention stops when you put a survivor in a dying state. You nerf all these gen perks. Because let's talk about the Ruin nerf. The Ruin nerf states that gens regress at 100%. So that in itself is a huge nerf from 200%. Huge. It's like almost not even running for that fact alone. And then you add on top of that when you kill one survivor, if your Hex Ruin is still up, that shit disappears. So now we have to rely on things like, I guess, Deadlock, which is okay, but it's definitely not as good as the gen regression perks we had. You gotta rely on things like Overcharge, Call of Brine, but that's not passive gen slowdown, that's active gen slowdown, so that means you have to actually kick gens. We have to rely on things like Surge, which is just a fucking 8% slowdown. Those perks aren't good enough to negate the problem that's still in this game. Gen rushing is still very much a problem for these killers who are bottom tier. For your Michael Myers, for your Clowns, for your Sadakos, even though she can teleport across the entire map. For your Legions to a little bit of an extent. He has a little bit of slowdown because you can put people in the mending state. But it's still a problem for those killers. And I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I'm saying. I don't think that killers should be buffed again, per se. I don't think so. I don't want killers to become overpowered, broken. It wouldn't make sense anyway. There are more survivors that play this game than killer. Even though I say I play about 60% killer, 40% survivor. But I still don't want to see killers become crazy overpowered. But damn, gen rushing is very much a thing still. It's very painful still. So what I would like to stop seeing is people say this fucking game is killer-sided. I think you mean solo queue is killer-sided. Because solo queue is a nightmare. Admittedly, solo queue is a nightmare. Solo queue is horrible. But I rarely go up against solo queue teams. Rarely. When you get up in the high MMR, those teams are only fucking Swifts. Even if it's just two people in the Swift, that's still very powerful. And that's all high MMR is. So when you say that this game is killer-sided now, I don't see it, especially playing these low-tier killers. Now, the game shouldn't be balanced around low-tier killers. It should not be. It shouldn't be balanced around killers like Michael Myers, Clown, Legion, whatever, how you Sadako. Because if you balance around those killers, then you're gonna break the fucking high-tier killers like Blight, like fucking, like a Spirit, like Nurse. You're gonna break them completely. They're gonna break the balance of the game. But damn, is it painful, bro. Is it painful? Those kills need to be reworked at the bottom, man. The bottom tier killers need to be reworked ASAP. ASAP. And I kind of wish they would give us a little bit more for gen regression, because the gen regression we have is not enough at all to counter gen rushing, because toolboxes are still in the game. Dude, it's just not enough, right? It's just not enough. I wish they would give us just a little bit, just a tiny bit more. But yeah, I just wanted to make that video, man. I'm interested to see y'all's thoughts. Do you think that the game is killer-sided? Do you think that survivors are now the weaker side? I don't think that, me personally. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts if you see this video. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this discussion. If you see this video, definitely leave a comment down below. What you think of the situation. Oh, by the way, shout out, you already know, shout out to Neppy if you see this video. Shout out to Anthony Strunt. Crazy Sand Ninja, you still a bitch. Alright. Before I go, fucking tell me what you think of this new meta, or I will beat your ass, nigga. Fuck you talking about? I'll beat your ass. Alright. Don't make me ask you again. Anyway, I'll see y'all niggas. Bye. Oh yeah, by the way, gotta get close to the mic so you can hear me. Who do you think you are?